You ever wondered what the difference between IFR and VFR flying is? Perhaps you've heard these terms thrown around in discussions about aviation, or maybe you're just curious. Today, we're diving headfirst into the fascinating world of flight rules. To understand the difference between IFR and VFR, we first need to know what these acronyms stand for. IFR is Instrument Flight Rules and VFR is Visual Flight Rules. These two sets of regulations dictate how pilots navigate and control their aircraft in different weather conditions. Visual Flight Rules, or VFR, is the simpler of the two. It's all about flying by sight. Under VFR, pilots rely on their eyes to guide them. They navigate by looking outside the cockpit, using the landscape or seascape below them, along with the horizon and other visual cues to determine their position and direction. VFR is generally used in good weather conditions, where visibility is clear and there are few clouds. It is the responsibility of the pilot to avoid obstacles and other aircraft. However, VFR flying isn't possible in all situations. When the weather is less than ideal, or when flying at higher altitudes or at night, pilots need to use a different set of rules. And that's where IFR comes in. Instrument Flight Rules, or IFR, is used when visual cues are limited or non-existent. Under IFR, pilots rely on their aircraft's instruments to navigate and control their flight. This includes devices that indicate altitude, speed, direction, and other critical information. IFR is used in poor weather conditions, such as heavy cloud cover or fog, as well as at night or at high altitudes where the horizon may not be visible. It requires a higher level of training and certification than VFR, as pilots need to understand and interpret a wide range of instruments and systems. To summarize, the key differences between IFR and VFR flying revolve around the conditions in which they're used and the methods of navigation and control. VFR is for clear weather and relies on visual cues, while IFR is for poor weather or high-altitude flights and relies on instruments. But whether a pilot is flying under IFR or VFR, the ultimate goal remains the same: to ensure a safe and successful journey from point A to point B. The choice between VFR and IFR depends on several factors, including the weather, the pilot's training and certification, and the aircraft's capabilities. This exploration into the world of flight rules is just the tip of the iceberg. There's so much more to learn about the fascinating world of aviation. So keep that curiosity alive, and who knows, maybe one day you'll be the one behind the controls, navigating the skies under VFR or IFR. Until then, keep looking up and wondering about the marvels of flight.